This was a case of me being invited and then uninvited from a week-long tropical vacation with a guy friend of hers who I had never met before. We eventually decided to make a trip together to Copenhagen, which we both wanted to visit as compensation. I also asked to meet him to feel more comfortable with the trip. We spent the 4th of July going to see him and his girlfriend in the city where they live. And although it was nice to put a face to a name, it was ultimately a very cold trip, and he was not at all welcoming to me. My girlfriend remarked on how unfriendly he was to both of us, she thought, and said she was surprised he didn't act warmly to me. I went out of my way to get to know him and his girlfriend, but it didn't click. Even after several days, they were somewhat cold to each other as well. They bickered a little about their future and his 3-week trip without her, scheduled for the same time as our trip. This had been my effort to feel better about the trip, so I told my girlfriend that I still didn't feel comfortable with things and was insulted by how it was handled. I had tried to make things smooth between us, and I asked her to please come up with something to help me feel better about the trip. On a visit to her family, they asked about the trip. They were all shocked that she would have arranged it this way. They told me they would have been furious if they were in my position.